Hi guys, I'm on week 3 of a brutal cold. It is not the Rona, but I do sound like crap and I can't hear. But regardless, I have to push ahead. So we have something very different today. I am making a dragon, and I decided that I wanted to do like a tie-dyed kind of look to the dragon. So I stitched it in white, and now I'm going to dye it. Now, while I have ideas on how I'm going to do this, I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. So the wing interiors, this is a headpiece and then some extra to stitch it together with. I'm going to do in a pink. And then this one, we're going to do the tie-dyeing too. So these are soaking right now in citric acid water so that they can get well saturated and they're ready to go. We're going to start with the pink. So what I'm going to use for the pink is this ripe tomato. It makes a really nice fuchsia kind of color. So because this is just going to be pink, this is the easy one. We're just going to mix up some dye. And put that in the pan with it. We're going to do these in the oven. Speaking of which, I should get my oven warming up. So I set my oven for 400. So here's our pink. Just going to whisk that up. Now, if you look in the bottom of the cup, you can see that there's still chunks. So we'll keep mixing. There we go. Now it's blended. And I'm just going to put a little bit there. Now, I don't necessarily need these pieces to be like one solid color. They can be blends, but I do want a vibrant color. So, just gonna get some of this color everywhere. And I believe this is a superwash fiber too, so it should grab up the dye pretty darn quick. Yeah, you can see how it's already nabbing the dye. I do like that color. That's pretty decent. All right. Well, you know what? We're just pouring it all in. Why do I even pretend like I'm going to measure? I'm not. Just stir this around. Oh yeah, that's going to come out a great pink. Okay, so that's that one. Then I'll just need to go into the oven to heat set the dye. So I'm going to set that aside for now. Now comes the interesting part. I really have no idea how this is going to work out. So I think what I'm going to do, set that to the side, and I'm going to fish out my dragon. A little bit of squeeze now that he's all nice and wet. Oops, I just got pink on him. Oh well, he's going to have some of that in him anyways. And then the yarn. Spread that out. And now I'm going to mix some dyes. So I want to use sunshine yellow, amethyst purple, and sky blue. So I'm going to mix those up and then we'll be back to play. 1 second. All right, I have blue, yellow, purple. And because I'm going to be actually like playing in the dye, I have actually put on a glove. I know, it's shocking, But regardless, I have done it. So what I have here are some syringes. Now I have no idea if this is going to work. Having never done it before, it might turn into a shit show. But if it does, then I'll just remake the dragon and try again with what I've learned from this. Now, the first thing I want to do is I just want to get some of that citric acid water and pour it into these. All right. Are we ready? Big breaths, guys. We can do this. All right. We're going to start with, let's see, the pink's going to be on the head and coming out from here. So I think I want purple, yellow, and blue. Or purple, yellow, blue. Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, so we're going to start with purple. Now he is wired. That's how come I can get his head to stay like that. Flip them over. Do some purple. Okay, so the color is traveling, which I expected. There we go. Okay. I do want this yarn to be multicolored for stitching, so we're gonna sop some of that up. Now I think my dragon is still too wet, so I'm gonna squeeze some more water out of him. Maybe I should have started with him dry. Oh well. I'm gonna sop up that purple. We're gonna plop him down. Squish his head a little more, and just a little more purple on the paws. Maybe I'll go purple, blue, yellow. Make him yellow on his back end. Okay, there's purple. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I'm just going to keep changing my mind every few seconds until I just do something and we see how it turns out. All right, now we're going to blend in the blue. So the yellow and the purple are greener shades. The blue is jacquard. And I am finding, as I'm working more and more with yarns, that the jacquard actually doesn't have the same saturation of pigments that I find with the greener shades. Now that may just be me, and it may be I'm using them incorrectly, but I do find that their saturation isn't the greatest. Just one little bit there. And we want to get some on there. All right, now for the last one. There it is. Let's get the yellow in. Move them forward a bit. Now he is stuffed with polyfill, so I don't know how that's going to affect the dye, if it does at all. But we'll find out. Okay, now we're going to flip them over. Oh, I just dipped that in the blue and I didn't mean to. Suck up a little bit of water and squish that out. Okay. Okay, blue. Just gonna tip his butt up. I don't mind the blue and the purple, but blending, but they'll overwhelm the yellow if I let that touch too much. So. Okay, let's see how we're looking. Pretty good. Oop, a little bit of a spurts there. Okay. Just kind of work that in a little bit. He needs a little bit more over here. And this purple is all good. All right. Now, because I don't want him sitting in a puddle of mixed dyes, I'm going to put this rack over that. Oh, hold on a second. There's too much water in there. And basically we're going to oven steam it. That's still a little bit too much water. There we go. So I'm going to set his little booty in here so that the water will steam and keep him moist while the dyes are setting. And let's see how these are doing. I'm going to give this a good dip. And we'll give this a good dip. And then we'll give the purple a dip. There we go. And set that in here to be cooked as well. All right. I kind of like the way he looks, actually. I think it's kind of cool the way we get like the green banding in his butt and stuff. But let's see how the dye sets up. So I'm going to cover it in foil and I'll get the pink in there as well. And it's a good thing I wore a glove, eh? Probably should have worn two. Oh well, I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up, get them in the oven, and I'll be back to show you how it's going. So we still have some little bits of dye left. So I went into my Finish It Friday cupboard and I found some gray fleece. We're just gonna dump that in the bucket. Sink that down. Oh, I have tenants now, so you might hear them in the background. Don't worry about it. And sink that down. Get it all nice and saturated in there. Oops, I forgot to add citric acid. Well then, let's add that now. Alright, so we got some warm water. Add in some citric acid. Find my whisk. And we'll just pour that in. Just treat the whole thing. Okay. Ow! It didn't quite all dissolve. Okay. I'm going to take out a bit of water, because I think I have a little bit too much. Okay. Push all that down. We're going to slop in the purple. And then we're going to slop, just going to shove that down. Now I have too little water, so we'll add a little bit with some blue in it. Probably should have used powders for this, but oh well. And then I'll just slop the yellow in there. Okay, gonna put it on to heat and we'll see what happens. I ended up mixing up the purple and the yellow that was left over, and it came up with this gorgeous burgundy brown. It's like a golden burgundy. I can't even describe this color. It's just really cool. It's looking more orange in the camera, but it's more burgundy brown. Anyways, we'll see what color that comes out on the gray. I'm kind of really happy with how that looks. I might have to try that blend for a white, because it's really cool. Anyways, just wanted to show you that. All right, so I cooked it for about 40 minutes and I'm squeezing it. There's no color coming out, so I think the colors have set. All right, it's all nice and steamy, probably steaming you up. So I'm going to set these, get them rinsed and get them out to dry. But I think that the color took really well and it's kind of cool. So here's our results. We did get some of the pretty burgundy brownish gray colors going here. I'm actually really excited with how this turned out. It's got some really subtle shades and some really nice deep ones. I think it's going to be fun to work with. This patch here is gorgeous. And here is our dragon. I think he turned out pretty cool. I like the splotchy colors, like the tie-dye effect through the yellow and the blue into the purple. And then his wings will be this gorgeous hot pink that'll contrast nicely with the body colors. Maybe a little too much. I'll have to play around with that. I may redo the rings and do them in a different color, but for the moment this is what he's looking like. So I'm going to put this all out to dry and get back to stitching them up. So I hope you enjoyed this little adventure in making it first and then dyeing it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.